Hey guys, welcome back to channel May We See, and welcome to Capricorn season. I just want to remind you guys that I have $11 natal chart readings and $11 oracle past, present, future spreads with tarot clarification cards, as well as an animal spirit for just $11. And if you make your way to my Instagram, May We See, you can DM me there and we can talk about that. I take Venmo and PayPal. And yes, so now I'm just going to get into it. Welcome to Capricorn season, my friends. Capricorn season is all about being progressive with our moments. I feel like Capricorn and cardinal energy in general can get really stuck in really wanting to manifest things in the future. And yes, we want to always be yes, we want to manifest things, obviously, but it's not about getting caught up in desiring things so much that we become ungrounded and do not enjoy our present moment and not bring fulfillment into our present moment. It's super important that during this time of progressive energy that we are rooted in the present moment, and we're really trying to be progressive in our present moment, and it's not really just about being progressive in times that we can be somewhere tomorrow. It's about doing something with the energy in our moment now. So this is why, I pulled two cards today. So I pulled the Spider, which the Spider is all about weaving this web of intricacy, of divineness, and sacred geometry. So think of sacred geometry in the terms of your present moment. So if it's sacred geometry, so just picture your physical moment as the geometry. How do you make the geometry sacred? By bringing your spirit into the moment. So to keep in a fulfilled space during Capricorn season, it's super important to bring your spiritualness into your moments, because it's not artists are not artists so that they can have a bunch of finished products. Artists are artists because they enjoy doing art, and that's what Capricorn season is all about, to remind us about guys, it's not about the finished product. Yes, we should always be progressive, and we should always be creative and use our energy to do something, but because we like doing something, not because we're trying to get results. This card isn't about having the whole web done. It's about the spirituality of creating the web. And so that's just it's super important if we want to feel satisfied during a cardinal energy season, especially Capricorn, which is all about being progressive in the physical and in this realm. To be fulfilled while we're trying to create things without actually having them fully created, we need to realize that it's full circle and fulfillment and spiritual and amazing and all of it all at once while we're creating it, because the process is the beauty. Art would not be art if there wasn't a process behind it. Why art is so beautiful is because people are astonished by the fact you're wow, if you walk up to that painting, look at all those paintbrushes, and it's you put yourself in that embodiment of all those brush strokes, and you're holy shit, this is not just this painting that sticks here as this solid thing that's just is done and over with. This was time. This is a representation of time, and it's to embody all those moments, that's where the beauty is. So it's super important to stay fulfilled and be in a light, loving space in Capricorn season, is to realize that the process is the beauty, the process is the product, the process is the gold, the process is the money, the process is the magic. And just to always remember that, and to embody that, and believe in that, and be that this whole season. And then that's where contentment comes in. It's not about results. It's about being creative with your moments. It's about being progressive in your moment, not being progressive later in time. It's about using your present moment to be progressive and finding beauty in that work that you're doing. Because if there wasn't work, then the value of something when it's finished wouldn't be there. So the value is the work. So that means that when we're doing the work, we need to feel the value. Whew. And then the second card we got is the Gazelle, which the Gazelle is like this graceful creature. And I feel as if when we are gonna come in here and put in the work, there's this whole sense of vulnerability that comes with that, because you're like, wow, like I'm in this present moment doing this, like I'm vulnerable, like I am vulnerable. But it's like when you are choosing to express your grace and be vulnerable and be creative and show up in your moment and be progressive in your moment and show up and just do you, like there's this vulnerability that comes with that, and then there can also be like this heightened like awareness that comes with that, because like when you really show up and be present and be productive with your moment, like you're aware of everything that's happening in your moment. And it can be like we can all of a sudden like see too much and be like hyper aware and be like, oh my god, like I'm putting this out there, like look at all these haters, like there's all these haters, like there's all these people who are going to resist this, there's all these people that are not going to like this, like there's all this like since I'm putting my soul out here into the world, like now my soul is seen, like that's scary, like, and all this like kind of negative energy can come in to putting yourself out there and like being the work and going out and doing that. So like the Gazelle reminds us to like, let's not pay attention to the predators. Let's not pay attention to that, like any of that negative energy. Like just keep rooted in your creativity and just keep being creative, because like the minute we stop and look at it, that's when we get all this like hypersensitivity. And it's like really about just like keeping going, because it's like you're not going to get better unless you just keep working at it. Like so you just keep working at it and you're like, okay, like how am I doing in this moment? Like this is what I'm doing in this moment. Because the more you pay attention to what you're doing in this moment, the more precise you get inside your moment. Whereas like if you take a step back and like look at it, then all of a sudden you see all your flaws and you get insecure because you're like, oh my gosh, I'm flawed. But if you just stayed working at it, you would just progress throughout time, and you could just trust that you are progressing, because you know that your presence is here and your presence is deepening and your presence is greatening and your presence is becoming more magical. So yeah, it's just super important to like focus on you, focus on the process, focus on bringing your spirit into the process, focus on the value of the process, focus on the value of your present moment and using your spirit in your present moment and putting your spirit into your present moment to be progressive. And there's something else. Oh yeah, because if we are super focused and like in our bag and like, yeah, just like showing up, doing us, like bringing our energy into the moment, like the law of attraction states like you're only ever going to attract things that are energetically with you. So if you're just in your bag, staying confident, keeping going, keep creating, keep putting out content, keep showing up, like your haters are just going to fall off. Like they're probably going to be watching you. Like of course your haters are going to be watching you, like that's just how it be, but they're not going to make themselves known, because they're like, damn, like I ain't even got nothing to say, because this literally just keeps rolling, like I can't even keep up, because like as you're moving on, creating new things, I'm out here hating on your past, but you're not even in your past, because you're here in the bag, in the moment. And it's like, if you just keep staying confident keep staying confident and keep staying progressive and in your magic as the moments roll through, like no one's going to be able to keep up with you in the negativity. Like negativity is like being sucked into the past. Like negativity is not the present moment. Like the present moment is pure light, like pure light. So it's like if there's the only way that you cannot be in pure light is if you're not rooted in your present moment and you're not being progressive in your present moment, and instead you're like focusing on all these other moments and you're worried about the future and you're worried about the past. That means you're not being present. That's not being there. And it's like, if you just are confident in your present moment, like you're only ever gonna attract confidence in your present moment. And then when you get insecure in your present moment, because you're probably focusing on something other than your present moment, instead of focusing inwards and knowing your magic inside of you and bringing your spirit down into your moment and integrating your spirit into your moment, then that's when insecurities can come up, and then that's when your predators make themselves known, and then that's when you become vulnerable in a way where you're, I don't know. I just lost my train of thought. But we're not going to be on that energy. You're not going to be on that energy. So let's not focus on the energy. Just stay in your bag. Stay in your confidence. Stay in your creative space. Bring your spirit down into your work. And you are destined to only make beauty in this Capricorn season. You're only going to be fulfilled, and you're only going to keep being and deepening in your spirit if you just decide to bring your spirit into your moments and to integrate your spirit into your moment at all times and just be moved by your spirit, and let your 3D self to be moved by your spirit. Let your 3D self's insecurities fall away so that you can really integrate your spirit into your present moment and allow yourself to create, and not being worried about the finished product, because you know what you're doing now and you're confident in what you're doing now. So as long as you're confident in what you're doing now and you're doing what you love and is in alignment with you now, then literally nothing but pure magic will be made with your moments. And yeah, so that's just a few cards that are going to help us stay aligned in our bag and in our magic all Capricorn season. All this energy just wants us to be real progressive, but let's just remember that it's not about the results, it's about the process. The process is the beauty, so let's bring the beauty and the magic into the process, and then the process will only keep deepening our blessings. Like, as long as we bring the spirit into the process will only get deeper in its magic. May we see.